Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Sania Kawal. Today I would like to talk about depth filtration. So what is it? It is significantly effective in filtering a wide range of particles. This type of filtration also removes the particles that are much smaller in size because of a certain depth. The first paper which I choose is the consequences of pH change on wastewater depth filtration using a multimedia filter. The objective of this study is to investigate the removal of solids at different pH from wastewater secondary effluent using a quadrupole media filter by monitoring a zeta potential, aggregation and the deposition of the solids. The wastewater was characterized over a range of pH from 1 to 13. That filtration is one of the most important tertiary treatment, particularly used to remove the materials from the treated wastewater effluent. Because suspended solids present in the discharge wastewater may pollute the natural environment. Suspended solids nutrients like the phosphorus acts as a support for the survival and the transport of viruses and bacteria which can attach onto the particle surfaces. Before going to discuss this research paper, first I will tell you about the zeta potential and the electro double layer. One of the most important controlling parameters for the deposition of the solids in that filters are zeta potential and electric double layer. Here are the two jars you can see that have the negative charge collider matter in each of them. All the particles carry the negative charge and they repel each another. The role of zeta potential in that filtration is determining the ability of the particles to be captured. Hence, the zeta potential is defined as the potential difference between the dispersion medium and the layer of the fluid attached to the particles, and it is measured by the zeta potential analyzer or electrokinetic analyzer. But in this research paper, the electric kinetic analyzer was used. The third diagram explained the concept of electric double layer as the charged particle cross the interface between the two phases of matter, a solid and a liquid. Here you can see that there are the two layers. The first one is the strain layer. It remains almost fixed to the solid surface, and the second layer is the diffuse layer. Zeta potential used to estimate the main characteristics of the electrostatic repulsion prevention and the particle aggregation. In this research, a quadrupole granule media filter was adopted, which consists of the four different media: anthracite, flint, alumina, and magnetite. Small media of higher density forms the bottom layer of the filter, while the progressively layer media of lower density overlaps one another, producing a filter of a ideal media structure. Methodology. The first one is the secondary effluent. The wastewater secondary effluent was pumped to a holding tank after a preliminary gate chamber, primary sedimentation, alum dosing, thickening filters, and secondary sedimentation. The second step is the holding tank. The wastewater in the holding tank was continuously mixed to keep the solids in the suspension and maintain a uniform influence to filters. Then the third step is the pH adjustment. Sodium hydroxide and the hydrochloric acid was used to adjust the wastewater pH. The pH of sample adjusted incrementally between the 1 and the 13. pH and zeta potential were monitored before and after the depth filtration. This is the brief methodology in detail which I already discussed. Results. This graph shows a relationship between the wastewater pH and the solid rot retention on the filter. As you can see in this graph, the highest level of filter performance was observed at the wastewater pH ranging from the 6 to the 7.7 or almost 8, and the reduction in the solid rot removal was observed at the pH less than 6 or above the 7.7. Therefore, the filter removal efficiency seemed more dependent on the pH. It may be due to because the various solids present in the wastewater soluble at different pH. This graph shows a relationship between the wastewater zeta potential and the solid rot retention. The surface charge of the wastewater were measured using the zeta potential to determine the influence on the solid retention in the filter at around minus 11.9 to the minus 13.9 millivolt. The high solid retention was observed. It may be because at the potential the particles have the lower electrostatic repulsion, which results in the higher aggregation. Conclusion: the quarter pole media filter hence has a capacity to operate efficiently in the depth filtration when the wastewater pH in the range of 6 to around 8, which is closely related to the neutral pH, and the base particle aggregation was observed between the minus 13.9 to 0.9 plus minus error millivolt. The second paper which I choose is the cellulose fiber pellet depth filters with cellulose nanofiber top coating for improved filter performance. The objective: commonly the depth filters can absorb either the anionic or cationic charge contaminants, but not the both. So in this paper, 2-layer filter have been developed, and the objective of this study is to enhance the performance of the depth filter by preparing the cationic base sheet and spraying of the anionic cellulose nanofiber on it. Materials. Material used for the preparation of the base sheet are the cationic polyamide amine epichlorohydrin, wooden pulp, and PAE. The addition of PAE is important in terms of initiating the electrostatic interaction between the negatively charged contaminants and the filter medium, and the pellet is in the amorphous volcanic glass and it has a lots of holding capacity, while the cellulose nanofiber is lightweight, tough, and sustainable. First, the preparation of the base sheet. To prepare the base sheet, the pellet has been mixed with the refined pulp in 1.4% and 0.1% by weight respectively. Then that mixture has been added to the unrefined pulp and PAE in around 0.08% and the 0.22% by weight respectively, and after that the filter was added on the top of the finished slurry. In last, the slurry had been mixed by the hand and poured into the sheet chamber. After the sheet formation, the sheet was taken out from the mesh and the curing was applied for the 5 minutes at 150 degrees centigrade to develop the strength in the base sheet through the cross-linking the gaps of the PAE with each other and with the cellulose. Actually, the curing is a chemical process that produces the toughness of a material. After curing, the cured sheet was further dried in an immediately controlled room of about 23 degrees centigrade and 50% humidity for at least 24 hours. Before coating, the base sheet was placed onto a stainless steel circular plates and pre-wetted by dripping the pure water on them until the sheets were fully wetted with no dry spots showing. This was done to improve the adhesion of the cellulose nanofiber layer. This figure shows a detailed schematic of the spray coating experimental setup. The spray distance from the spray nozzle to the circular steel plate is about 50 cm. The deposited mass of the CNF layer was controlled with varying the converter speed. After the spray coating, the filter was left on the circular plate for drying purpose about 24 hours. This is the overall methodology which was adopted in this paper. Result. This graph shows the relationship between the conveyor speed and the coated CNF layer. This graph shows the different grams per square meter of the nanofiber, cellulose nanofiber coated on the top of the base sheet as a function of the conveyor speed. The 30 gram per square meter of CNF layer coated on the base sheet was observed on the lowest speed around the 533 millimeter per minute. However, increasing the speeds results in the less material transport onto the base sheet. In lowest gram per square meter coated cellulose nanofiber layer onto the filters was obtained with the highest speed. The gradual increase in the thickness of the CNF layer coating was not likely to introduce into the base sheet. The air flow testing was done to investigate the air barrier properties of the samples that might be potentially improved by the cellulose nanofiber coating. Before sheet was quite porous with permeability around the 2.39 micrometer per pascal into second. 4 grams per square meter coating on the top of the base sheet reduced the air permeability significantly by the 83%. In this study, a dual system was prepared by spray coating layer onto a depth filters. Furthermore, the sprayed cellulose nanofiber is naturally negative charge, so no any additional polyelectrolytes was used to control the charge. The resulting laminate was flexible with the excellent adhesion between the layers, even though no bonding was added. In this study, a dual system was prepared by spraying a top layer onto a depth filter. The new layer system structure highly promising that the triple layer performance like the microfiltration performance, absorption of the positive charge contaminants and the absorption of the negatively charged contaminants. It means that CNF is the advantageous as a top barrier layer thanks to its highly connected network and the small pore size. And these are the all references.